Grab your cheat sheets if you need them.
Are we alive?
I'm assuming so.
Assuming.
Well, assuming isn't.
If we're dead, then we're gonna be the happiest dead people alive because we're doing math.
Oh yeah.
So, please stand. Up and out.
Math.
In nome Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Domini Jesu, dimite nobis debita nostra, salva nos ab igne inferiore, perduc in caelum omnes animas, presertim eos, que misericordiae Tuae, maxime indigent. In nome Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Do we have to make
Take
that
a practice
practice
test,
exam?
please.
Mr. Coughlin, the date.
Oh, right.
Is it the 29th?
28.
Eight.
It's the 28th. 29th is my sister's birthday, which is tomorrow.
Cool.
Which
And also
sister?
the day that
Congratulations.
No, not the day I graduated.
Now then,
Whoa.
practice test
What?
out.
You
Red writing
graduate on.
utensils. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Practice test out. Red writing utensils at the ready.
Okay.
Remember where we left off?
No.
Around number 12.
Nope.
Actually, we read off all the answers, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much at your disposal. What would you like to see next?
24.
24.
I already got all the stuff I wanted.
Well, that's good
I
too.
did not.
But we're gonna keep torpedoing forward. I do. Okay, good. I've got the practice test version 2 queued up. So let's do number 24. This looks like circle with angle. Somebody tell me what kind of angle that is?
That is
It's an
inscribed.
Inscribed, and it may be acute, I'm not sure.
And it looks
This
is-
cute. It is a cute.
It is.
8x plus
cute.
12, remember you cannot assume size.
But it is a cute. Look at it. How
Eight.
can that be like?
You cannot assume size.
No,
So
that cannot
eight
be 90 degrees
plus
because there would be a
18.
little box. If it was obtuse, it would have been bigger than that thingamabobber. Unless, how can that thingy be like 100 degrees?
In
How?
other words,
How can it be 100 degrees?
I could draw something like this,
Yeah, and that's
and it looks acute,
It is.
but I could also do this,
But that doesn't
which
make
makes it
sense. But it
obtuse,
doesn't make sense because why would it be obtuse when it's acute?
when it looks acute.
But it is acute. That's the
Appearances can be
thing.
deceiving.
But
Remember, if you label it,
but
it's legal.
appearances
Oh,
aren't
humor me.
appearances. It's acute. And
Steven, unplug.
I think Aka's going
The
crazy.
main point is that don't assume size. I usually won't be that bad. If something looks acute, it probably is. However, you tell me, how big is that angle?
don't know.
Exactly. Very good answer.
Because it doesn't have a box thing.
Exactly.
But if it's, but it.
Is it
can't be
acute?
I don't think it's 90 degrees.
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
Maybe.
Is it obtuse?
Maybe.
Maybe. Very good answer.
Is it
Again,
rectangle?
if something looks really, really teeny, then it's usually safe to assume it's acute.
That
If
I
it
don't know.
looks really, really huge, then it's reasonable to assume it's obtuse.
What if it's like this and
But
then
if
it's
it's,
labeled like 200?
don't stake your life on whether it's acute or obtuse unless it's marked.
But that shouldn't be a right, that shouldn't be a right angle because there was no box thingy.
Right. Now, sometimes they don't tell you the box thingy just because they don't want to give it away.
But there's
It
no-
might be a 90-degree angle, and they just want to keep it secret till the end of the problem. Okay? Now, tell me, how do you set that? They want angle DEF. They want to find that angle. Where do you even start?
I know how to do that.
Tell me.
So you do 8 plus 18x over 2
Oops, what
equals.
am I doing? Now, which one's bigger? The arc or the angle?
The arc.
The arc is bigger. How many times bigger?
2 times.
2 times bigger.
So you want
So
to
you'd say
divide.
8x plus 12.
No, it's 18x.
Oh, sorry, the other way around.
Over 2.
I hope my finger's gonna be blue for the rest of the day, but whatever.
No, it wasn't 8.
8 plus 18x. I'm just
Over
doing this
2
first.
equals 8x plus 12.
Okay, there's 2 ways to write this. If you want to say this is twice as big as this, you would say this is twice as big as this.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You could also divide both of those by 2 and have 8 plus 18x over 2 equals, I think that's what you did, Anthony.
Yeah.
Basically saying that this, the angle, is half of the arc.
Yeah.
So either way, it's fine. I'm gonna
You
use
do
this.
it first.
I'm gonna use this one. Go for it. I gotta take over. What would you do first?
Let me write this
I'm
down.
not getting blue stuff up in mind if I switch these around? This is bugging me.
No, don't mind.
No,
Okay.
I
So, thank you.
Don't mind at all.
18x plus 8 equals what?
equals 16x
Uh-huh.
plus 24.
24, very good. Now what?
Then
Joey, take over.
Let's see. What would-
If you have variables on both sides, how do you handle that?
Ice cream.
Oh, shooting cows.
Yeah, which one do you want to shoot?
16.
16x. How?
Why would you want
Subtract 16.
16x, good. From
18x.
both sides, but yes.
Yeah.
What happens here?
They cancel each
Cancel.
other.
What's this?
2x
2x plus
8
8 equals
equals 24.
24. Keep going while you're at it.
Then what we do is we get rid of the 8.
Uh-huh.
So subtracting it from both sides, that
Okay.
turns into 2x equals 16.
Yep.
And then divide 16 by 2, and then you get 8.
X equals 8. Are you done with the problem?
No, you have to
No.
plug it back in.
Right. But that's the key to the problem. Take that and plug it into the angle you want. Go ahead and do that, Anthony. What is it? Final answer.
72.
How do you get it?
76. Not 72.
It's a good save, by the way. So 64 plus 12, 76. 76 what, by the way?
Degrees.
Degrees. Does that make sense?
Celsius?
Different thing altogether. Make sense? Next.
Okay. Now, okay, these are the last 4 problems, and I got all of them wrong because I didn't do them. Okay,
Okay.
25.
25. All right. It's kind of the same thing.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right.
Now 26 is a little different.
Oh, 26 is easier because it's just tangent.
Tangent, tangent. How does that figure? How do you do a tangent, tangent?
You just multiply outer times whole, which would just be outer times
That's
outer.
for segments. They're looking for angles.
Oh, angles, tangent is basically subtraction.
Yes. It's the big arc minus the little arc divided by 2. It's the exact same thing as if they had cut 2 teeny arcs.
Okay.
So if you remember this one, if you have a circle with 2 arcs cut.
Yep.
So let's just say this is arc A, this is arc B,
Chopsticks.
and this is angle. Let's call
C.
this angle x. So it's A minus B over 2 will give you the angle.
Equals.
And the tangent, which means it's kind of like the ice cream cone looking thing.
Chopstick.
This has a big arc and a little arc just like this. So it's the exact same problem, it just looks a little different.
Yeah.
So you have the exact same formula to do that. Would anybody want to see 25 or 26 worked?
I don't know what
Thank you.
number
We do
26 are.
26.
26? Yeah. So 26, I'll see if I can squeeze it in over here.
25.
It's over on the other side, it's a tangent. This arc inside is this is D, I think this is E. The angle is 7x minus 9. The inner small arc is 13x minus 11. And the big outer arc is 24x plus 1. Oops, writing backwards. How do you set this up? I gotta take this one.
Okay. You do 24x plus 1
Uh-huh.
minus 13x minus 11
Uh-huh.
all over 2
Uh-huh.
equals 7x minus 9.
9 was minus 9. There's one little detail, I deliberately wrote it wrongly. Does anybody see the one thing I missed? Parentheses. Whenever you group things, always do parentheses. This thingy, put in parentheses. This thingy, put in parentheses. Now, how come? There's actually one very important reason why you'd want to.
So you don't mess up the numbers.
How?
Like
What would
mix
mess
them
up?
together.
Like the negative third.
The
You think it was
negative.
negative
If you
13x?
just wrote it like this, guess what everybody would think it would be?
Negative.
Minus 13x, minus 11. But what is it really?
Minus negative.
Minus 13x
Plus.
plus 11 is negative times negative, it's positive. So distribute 24x plus 1 plus negative 13x plus regular 11 all over 2 equals 7x minus 9. Somebody combine that stuff on top? What's 24x minus 13x?
4x minus 13x.
What?
24x minus 13.
11.
12,
11x.
13, 5,
What?
Wow.
11x, and then combine the number stuff?
14,
12.
Plus 12 all over
2.
2 equals 7x
7x.
minus 9. I'm sorry, I'm slanting this. I'll scoot over here. So tell me what to do next.
Then from there you,
What's the most annoying part of this, by the way?
over 2.
The over 2. How do you get rid of that over 2?
You
multiply,
multiply.
Multiply by 2, as long as you do it 2.
Both sides.
Both sides.
sides.
Tell me what happens over here?
They cancel.
They cancel. So what do you have so far?
22x plus.
That died in battle. You're not multiplying.
Oh, that didn't battle. Okay. 11x
Wait,
plus
is it?
12
It
E-
canceled, in other words, equals.
equals
Now this
7
one you do.
equals 14x minus 18.
Exactly. Now what?
And from there you just choose which one you want to delete.
Yes. I go,
Yeah.
take over. Pick your favorite cow to shoot.
Oh, I wanna do 11.
Sure. So minus 11x on both
Hold on.
sides.
Sorry.
What do you get?
Take your sniper rifle and
12 equals negative 3. Oh, no, that's just a minus. 3x minus 18.
Keep going.
And then from there you would do subtract the 18,
They're subtracting.
add the 18.
Add the 18. Yeah, you do the opposite of what they do. So what do you get?
You get 30.
Mm-hmm.
30 equals 3x, and then divide both sides by 3, and you get x equals 10.
X equals 10. Are you done?
No, you have to
No.
plug that into the original problem.
Right. The original problem, they wanted the 7x minus 9. So what is that? 7 times
61.
10 minus 9, which is 70 minus 9, which is 61. 61 what?
Six,
parentheses.
no, 61
Well.
degrees.
Degrees. There you go. Does that make sense?
That was harsh. Okay.
Alrighty. Everybody okay up to number 26 so far? Keep going.
Let's
Next.
see. Oh yeah, I have questions for
And then we'll get into
numbers 19 and 20 because
Hold tight.
I'm-
Let me scroll up. Okay.
yesterday you showed us a different way to do it, but
Mhm.
there's like a completely different way that I did it.
Did you get the right answer?
Yes.
Okay. Hang on.
I did it a different way.
Okay.
Did you do it where
In
you multiply the
some
one
cases,
by
actually in
two?
a lot of cases, math has multiple ways to do it. Just make sure your way actually works all the time and isn't just lucky. But, tell me
I
what.
did 90, okay, sorry, you
Hold
do
on.
your thing first and then I'll do mine
I
first.
think it's getting harder and harder to erase. Go ahead.
What thing is getting harder?
Which you want to do, 19 or 20?
19, please.
19, okay. 19 looks like this. We've got
Yeah, because
two chords intersecting, kind of like this. This is
There's a-
110 degrees,
and then there's T, and then there's 70.
and this is letter T.
Yeah, and then there's
This
70.
is point is letter T. This is 70 degrees up here,
Yep, and then
and this is
question
question
mark
mark
down there.
down here. How do you do it?
what I did is I multiplied 110 by 2.
Why?
Because the arc is always going to be double.
Well, let's careful here.
Dark.
Only if it comes from the other side. This is from the middle. If it goes all the way to the other side, that's an inscribed angle and the arc is
How to
twice
do
as
that,
big.
Mr.
In this
Coffin?
case, it's not.
You just find out what 70 plus something divided into 2 equals 110.
Right, if you have this addition sign, you add the angle of the arcs together. 70 plus question mark over 2 equals the angle.
And
Set
it
that
has
up.
to equal 220.
And why do you say that?
Cause I just multiplied both sides by two.
Multiply both sides by
And I
two.
got-
So part of that was right. So you multiply it by two,
From
but
there,
not just plain old, you gotta use the formula.
yeah, and
These
then,
are canceled.
and then
70
from
plus,
there I did,
it's kinda dumb to use question mark
You
for a
add-
variable, but whatever.
Should use add.
What?
Equals what?
then,
220.
220.
Yeah.
Keep going.
and then after that I, subtracted 70 from
Yeah.
220 and I got 150.
That is correct.
Oh, I did not do that at all. My way was much longer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, so this is what I did. Now, I'll show what I did for number 20.
Alright.
Because that was way shorter than 19. Okay. So for 20,
Let me call it number 20. Okay.
I did 93 equals 66 plus x all over 2. And then I did 93 times 2. Yeah, I did 93 times 2 and I got 186. And then I minus. Then I subtracted 66 from that and I got 120. And so 66 plus 120 was
Crazy.
186.
And then 186 divided by 2 is 93. And so that's how I got my answer, 120.
Okay.
Sounds like you
The
just.
setup here is that 66 plus question mark over 2 equals 93.
Yeah, so basically what I did 93 times 2 and then I
Correct.
got
Hold on.
that.
Whoa, slow. I wanna do this one at a time. So you multiply both sides by 2. So
I
66
do that.
plus question mark equals, what is 93 times 2 again?
186.
186. Now what?
And then I did minus 66
Uh-huh.
from both sides.
What do you get?
I only did minus.
Yeah,
And-
120.
Which is exactly your answer.
Yeah, but I didn't do it that way.
Okay.
I got it, but I did not.
Okay,
do it
good.
that way.
Does that make sense then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions you wanna see?
Yes.
Yes, go for it.
I have 27.
Okay. 27? Take a look. Let's see how much time we have. We have pretty decent.
Are we gonna do that second practice test today?
I will give it to you today, and then we'll go over it on Monday, and then we'll,
Wait, I thought we needed to correct our homework.
Or it's our
You
task.
said that we
You
were
said that we were
finish-
gonna correct
you said
that homework
we were
too.
gonna finish correcting it
Oh, you're
everything
right,
today,
right.
And then you said we were gonna
We'll
take
do
the
that
let's see if we
test on
finish this
Monday,
thing,
And then you said that
Then
we
the
were
practice
gonna-
test
that you
Monday?
would give us an answer key on Monday, and we would check it over by
That's
ourselves,
fair.
and then we would have the test on Tuesday.
Okay, and if we get done really, really early today, I can rearrange things, but maybe I'll go with that. You said 27, right?
Yeah.
Alright, 27 looks like this. Okay. Now this, they're not looking for angles. They're looking for segment lengths. This is 7, this is 9, this is 8, and this is 2x minus 16. So they want to find EF, so they want to find this. Tell me, how do you do this?
I have to do it so long, and like, I have to focus.
What's the, what's the rule? How do you do these things?
No, the mustache thingy, but proper.
I have no idea what that means.
What's the mustache?
The brackets.
Above the.
The brackets.
It's, if you have to, well, for example, if you're trying to get something like this, it's left times right equals left times right.
The thingy above the question
No, she's
mark.
talking about the brackets.
Right, but I know what you mean by the mustache thing, but I need to know what that means mathematically.
No, how do you do it?
It's exactly what I'm asking you.
How do you,
Wait.
she's saying, how do you write that?
What?
How do you do this problem? How do you solve it?
No, I'm asking how you
She's
write
talking,
it
how do you write
scientifically.
brackets?
Oh, don't worry about that.
I do it.
Practice. How do you actually solve this? What's the technique? You need to memorize this.
Oh, I know how to do that.
Go. What's that?
Outer times whole plus outer times whole.
Not plus,
Equals.
equals. Outer times whole
Equals
Outer
outer times eight.
times whole equals outer times whole. So in this case, what would it look like? Like in the top one.
meatballs trying to be alive.
What's
Seven-
outer?
7 times
Seven
7
times
plus 9
7 plus 9
equals
equals
8
8 times.
times
Eight.
Be
Eight
careful,
plus
8 plus,
2x
2x
minus
minus
6.
16. Very good. Simplify.
So that is 14. I mean, not 14.
Close.
That is not 14.
58.
It's 16.
16. So 7 times 16.
58.
It's
No.
gonna be bigger.
Oh, no.
Here's the catch. 7 times 10, 7 times 6. Put them together. What's 7 times 10?
70.
70. What's 7 times 6?
42.
What's 70 and 42?
118.
112.
And 42.
112.
Yeah, 112. Equals, does anything combine in here?
64
Hold on.
minus.
Whoa. You can do that if you want, but I'm gonna do 2x minus, what's 8 plus negative 16?
Negative 6. Negative 8.
Negative 8. Now distribute.
Negative 64.
Now distribute. Yeah, so 112 equals 16x minus 64. Keep going. Anybody?
Then you add 64.
Add 64, because I want to get x by itself.
And
What do you
then
get so far?
divide by 16.
Not yet. What's 112 plus 64?
176.
Yes. Equals 16x, and now,
And it goes in evenly.
it
goes
does.
in
How many times?
11 times.
11 times. X equals 11. So what do we, is that what we're done?
No.
Now, we want to find this thing. What is it?
I have trouble.
2 times,
Let's see. 22
2
minus
times 11,
16.
don't skip steps. 2 times 11 minus 16 is 22 minus 16, which is
8. No, not 8. 10.
6.
6. There you go. So that length is 6.
QR code maybe is hard.
Now again, don't be deceived. It looks longer than 8, but you can't assume size. The drawing might just be bad. It might not be drawn to scale.
It doesn't look longer than 8.
Right. So, correct. Does
8
that make
looks
sense?
longer.
Any others you want to see? How'd you go on 29 and 30?
28.
28? 28 is the same technique, but look on the
Wait, never
top.
mind, never mind.
Do you see outer times whole? That's a little weird.
Yeah.
What's the outer on the top?
Outer.
Like how much is it?
20.
20. What's the whole?
20.
Another 20. Yeah.
'Cause it's a
So it's
tangent.
basically 20 times 20 equals
400.
16 times 16 plus 2x minus 7.
400 equals whatever.
Yeah. Does that make sense? And then just solve.
Why did I guess 29? 25.
And we can work that a little later if you want. How do people do on 29 and 30?
Oh, I did really
Pythagorean
good.
theorem.
I got both of them right.
Oh,
Pythagorean
I
theorem?
was right.
Okay.
I like those.
Anyone want to see those work?
Yes, please.
Okay.
No.
Pick one.
Yeah.
Joey. Pick one.
Let's go with
Let's go.
30.
30. Okay. I can erase this one. It's getting dry in here or something. This thing's not erasing well. So we've got a big circle.
Give me the diabolical.
We've got a
Let me see if there's a QR code.
radius coming up, a chord, and they mark this as a right angle. That's interesting and it's useful. The radius is 11. They sent a radius out in the middle of nowhere.
You guys got.
This is 10.3.
You guys
You will need a calculator on this, so let me grab these.
got it.
And you will be allowed to use calculators on the test, because there will be at least 2 questions that require them. Don't abuse the privilege. Like, if there are things you can do in your head, by all means do. Don't let the calculator steal your brain cells.
What if
That's
I
the
just
math
let
teacher
it
used to
steal
say.
my brain cells?
Wanna,
What if I want it to steal my brain cells?
then you can do that on your own time, my friend.
I can't find another QR code.
So, how do you, oh, they want to
Look on the chip bag.
tell me how to do this. What would I do? How do I start?
Can I borrow your
You,
pencil, Joey?
you draw an extra line.
Can I borrow your?
What kind of line? Special name for it.
Radius.
Radius. Can you tell me where? A
No,
radius has to come from the center, but which direction should I draw it?
you should draw it on,
Over here.
no, you should draw it to one of the edge of one of the chords.
Right, one of the edges of the chords. And I'll go this way. You could go this way, by the way. You see this 90-degree angle? Everybody look over here.
Yeah,
Everybody, see this 90-degree angle?
Yeah.
What does that mean about this chord?
it's 100.
Anytime a radius hits a chord, what is it, and it's perpendicular, what does it do to the chord?
It splits it in half.
Splits it exactly in half. So guess how big that is?
90.
Not the angle, the side. How long is this?
10.3.
10.3. So you could have drawn it this way too, and it would have worked just as well. But I'm looking for this. I'm going to surgically remove this triangle. How big is this?
That would be,
This matches this, by the way.
oh, 10.3.
10.3. How long is this?
10.3.
That's longer.
11.
11, because it's a radius. All the radii everywhere are the exact same length. Guess how we find this?
Well,
You do
it's
the
the 90 degrees, so wouldn't it?
Pythagorean theorem.
Pythagorean theorem. So question mark squared plus 10.3 squared equals 11 squared. Be very, very careful. The longest side is across from the right angle. That has to be C. If you put it in A or B, you're going to get the wrong answer. What's 10.3 squared?
106.09.
106.09. Good.
Yep.
What's 11 squared?
121.
121. And this is plus question mark squared. Algebra people, attack, so to speak.
Let's see.
How do you get question mark by itself?
You do
Pretend it's a variable.
121 minus 106.09.
Yeah, first subtract 106.09 from both sides. Go ahead and do it. The question mark squared equals what?
14.91.
14.91. One more step. How do you get rid of a square?
Use
Say again?
square root.
Square root.
Why are we using question mark?
I don't know, they use a question mark. Well, this is a question mark. They don't want this, they ultimately want X.
Okay, so the
What do you
answer is
get?
3.9.
It's approximately 3 point, give me the more decimals.
3.8613469115.
Good. And to the, okay.
Sorry.
And what does this round to again? You said it,
3.9.
3.9. So if this is 3.9, I know it doesn't look like it, but that's okay. How big is X? That's your final question of the problem. How do you get it? So what are you doing?
You're just plugging it back into the problem, so X.
How so? How big is X? How do you find it mathematically?
You would,
I'll give you a hint.
oh,
How long is that?
that's 7.8.
No, wait a minute. Before you give me the final answer, how long is this whole thing? From here to here?
Don't we not know?
We do know.
3.9 plus X.
True, but you actually do know a number. How long is this from edge to edge?
Oh,
From
it's
here.
11.
It's 11. It's a radius. Exactly. So 3.9 plus X is equal to 11. Solve it.
Minus 3.9.
Minus 2.9 on both sides. Go ahead and do that.
7.1.
X equals 7.1, and that is correct.
Wow.
Questions? Doing okay on this?
Yeah.
Number 30.
Any others you wanted to see? What?
Number 32.
32.
Extra credit.
That's extra credit. I'm not going to give you, I'm not going to work it for you. I gave you the answer. It was 135 radical 15. But I will say this. Start sniffing around for perfect squares, and I'll give you a hint. What's the last number in that radical number?
5.
5.
Oh, wait.
So if you're looking for perfect squares, do you know of any perfect squares that end in a 5?
5.
5 is not a perfect square.
25.
25. I'm curious if 25 goes into that. Use a calculator. Try it.
Can you please tell me
It
the answer
does.
for number 33?
Yes. It is it's a fraction. The top is negative 2 radical 3 minus 6
65 does
And
go
the bottom
over
is 3.
15 though.
I got 4 radical 3 plus 12 all over negative 6.
Oh, that is actually correct. That will,
That's what I got.
it's not reduced, but I'll actually accept that.
4 radical
I will
3
actually
plus
accept that.
negative 2.
If anybody had 4 radical 3 plus 12 all over negative 6, I will accept that for this time. Now, in algebra 2, we know how to simplify that,
I did simplify
but for
that.
now, oh, you did? Did anybody get 4 radical 3 plus 6 all over negative 3?
No.
Because that would have been another okay answer. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, for 32, my hint is look for 25.
That's what I
25 will
did.
go into that thing. So keep the 9 off to the edge until you're done.
I got
That's just
the
algebra.
unreduced version of 4 radical 3 plus 6.
The which one?
It was unreduced. I just had, I don't know what I did.
Okay.
Somehow I just like
Can anybody tell me, for number 33, we did a worksheet on this. What do you multiply top and bottom by?
radical 3 plus 3.
Radical 3 plus 3. So on the top you distribute, on the bottom you FOIL. The bottom simplifies a lot. The top, any others you want to see?
Nope. I want to do our other one.
Oh yeah, 32 is 25 goes into it 15 times.
Right.
Oh, man.
Okie dokie. Tell you what, do me a favor. I think we had that, did we have that one other worksheet or 2?
Yeah, we did. We had that one already.
That was the one with the, getting the radical
Out of the
hostages.
basement.
Yeah, houses.
Alrighty, take that out, please. Let's knock that out of the park.
I don't want
That was 5F dash 2.
Reducing by numerical radicals.
Correct. 5F dash 2?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let me see.
It was 1 through 6.
It is correct, correct.
1 through 10.
And I think for now, the other 6, I'm just going to let you use as practice. I'll read off the answers so you can check your own. So I'm not gonna have it as a separate assignment though, because you have more than enough stuff to do with it anyway.
I need you for
Doesn't matter.
your
All right.
planner. Why?
Grab your favorite red writing utensil again. Hopefully you should still have it in your pocket, Anthony. And
You want a calculator?
here we go. What's that?
You want our calculators?
At the end of the hour.
I'll get
Got about a little less than 15 minutes, so let's roll.
Okay.
Number 1, the answer is
radical 3.
radical 3 plus radical 6.
Where is my
Radical 3.
Now, by the way, if your answer doesn't match mine, ask, because there are multiple versions of the right answer.
I just got regular radical
Wouldn't it
3.
just be 3?
Radical 3 plus radical 6 is the answer number 1.
Could you have radical 18?
Nope, they don't combine. Radical 3 times radical 6 is radical 18, but not plus. Those are not like terms, so you just leave them.
I don't have that anyway.
Okay, number 12. The top is negative 3 radical 3 plus negative 12 all over 13. Or you could have 3 radical 3 plus 12 all over negative 13.
Yeah,
That's what I had.
Both of those work.
Yeah.
Why did I change that?
Number 3, you noticed it's very similar.
Yeah.
It just says a negative in front, and it has a plus on the bottom. Number 3 is as follows. 3 radical 3 plus negative 12 all over 13. You could also have negative 3 radical 3 plus 12 all over negative 13.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Any repeats so far?
No.
Number 4, you could have 9 plus 9 plus negative 3 radical 5 all over 4.
Yep, that's what I got.
Or you could have negative 9 plus 3 radical 5 all over negative 4.
I had minus
Where?
in the middle between them.
9 minus 3 radical 5?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Number 5, on the top, you should have negative 12 plus 3 radical 3. The bottom is 13. Or you could have, on top is 12 minus 3 radical 3, and the bottom is negative 13.
I got 19.
Why are all these
That'd be
like 13?
I don't know. It's coincidence. Number 6, you could have, on the top is negative 5 minus radical 3 over 11, or you could have 5 plus radical 3 over negative 11. Either
Okay,
one's fine.
Wouldn't it be negative 10?
Nope, negative 11.
Wait, negative what? Negative 5.
Negative 5 minus radical 3 on top,
Yep.
and then 11 on the bottom.
Okay.
Any repeats on the whole thing?
Yeah.
Number 6 repeat?
Yes, please.
Okay, two versions. There's negative 5 minus radical 3 on top and 11 on the bottom. Or you could have 5 plus radical 3 on top and negative 11 on the bottom.
I had negative 10 plus 2 radical 3 over 22.
I would actually accept that.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other versions you want to check?
No.
All right, questions?
No,
Nobody?
I got everything but one wrong. and I
Well.
don't know how I got it wrong.
Okay. Tell you what, would you like to get a sneak peek at the practice test too?
No,
Oh, that's honest.
no, I would not.
Up there, which one?
Tough crowd.
Yeah.
Crowd.
Okay. I think that is actually it. So tell you what, you can take the last 10 minutes. If you want to practice, oh, let me read off the answers to the second page in case you want to check your own. These are
Yeah.
practice. Number 7, write these down if you would be so kind. In the, sorry, in the worksheet you
If
just
you
put away.
would be so kind.
Yes, if you would. Number 7, everybody. Number 7, the answer is, and you can reverse engineer these. Just write it off to the side so you have room to do your actual work.
Do I have to do work?
It's optional,
Thank you.
It's optional.
yeah. Some of the staff members say it's optional, like having, nobody has to go there, but you kind of want to. I'm not sure I really like that phrase, but yeah.
It's
Number 7, there are 2 versions, actually maybe a couple other versions. Hang on a second. Oh, that's interesting. See that? Yes, I have on the top, negative 2 radical 2
negative 2 radical 2
plus 2 radical 5,
plus 2 radical 5.
all over 3. Or you could have 2 radical 2 minus 2 radical 5 over negative 3.
Can you please repeat that? So
Yes.
the work, please.
The first version is negative 2 radical 2 plus 2 radical 5 on top, and the bottom is 3.
Yep.
And the other is, let me just show you the trick for doing this. Like, here's the answer I just read. Negative 2 radical 2 plus 2 radical 5 all over 3. If you want to know the other version, switch every single sign.
Hmm.
So in other words, 2 radical 2 minus 2 radical 5 over negative 3.
What's so funny about
Both of those
that?
will work. So if you switch the top and the bottom, everything, you're switching in both sides, everything, that should work. Number 8, there's actually, let me see, I see 2 versions of this. You have negative 10 minus 5 radical 5 is the easiest answer. Negative 10 minus 5
Number
radical 5.
8.
You could also have 10 plus 5 radical 5 over negative 1.
I like the first answer better.
I do too, it's shorter.
Mm.
Number 9, the shortest answer is radical 2 minus 1.
Radical
Wow.
2.
Wow. Wow.
Pretty short. By the way, number 9, don't yield to the temptation of saying, the radical 2's cancel. No, they do not. There's a plus sign in there.
Oh.
If they multiplied, yes, you could cancel, because divide and multiply
Hasta la
cancel each
vista,
other.
radical 2.
Number 10 is another nice one. 2 plus radical 5.
2 plus
That's
radical
it.
5. That's so easy.
So the one got annihilated?
Yeah.
Utterly
The other
annihilated.
version is negative 2 minus radical 5 over negative 1. I like the 2
I
So
don't
that
like
one is
that.
just trapped in the basement.
Number 11, here we go. Number 11 is, the top is negative 10 plus 5 radical 2, and the bottom is 2.
Yeah, that's so easy. That's pretty easy.
And if you want the other version, just do the switch sign trick. And number 12, negative 3 plus radical 3 over
Negative
3.
3
did the threes on.
Radical
Can you
3
repeat?
Yeah,
all over
the top
3
is -3 plus radical 3,
over 3.
and the bottom is 3.
Wow.
Why do they love 3 so much?
I don't know, well, that's kind of a Trinitarian number.
It's a trendy number now.
They just kind of get compulsive about numbers.
Can you do a mini mystery?
No, sorry,
It's too late
maybe
for
near
that.
the end of the year.
Yeah.
Alrighty, everybody good to
The
go?
end of the year.
Got about 7 minutes left, go ahead and study on your own. We're all done, I'll turn off the video so people don't have to watch 7 minutes of nothing. So, those of you watching at home, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, talk to you later.
Hasta la
Bye.
vista.